Today I'm going to tell you how I found my spirit animal, and hopefully it can inspire you to find yours. So welcome to my channel. I'm Sugar Kitty Mystic. If you want to play a game with me to start this off, guess just from what you know of me or from this first few seconds of this video, guess what you think my spirit animal is. Pause it and put it in the comments. I'll wait like just a couple seconds for you to do that. Okay, so my spirit animal is a frog. A very, very tiny frog. So, how did I find this out? To be honest, it is actually very, very easy to find out your spirit animal. It's not an overcomplicated thing at all. It depends who you talk to, though, because some people believe your spirit animal is your favorite animal. I do not personally think that's accurate. I go off what the Hopi Native Americans believe, which is your spirit animal is the animal that most resembles your consciousness. So your favorite animal is like a guide to you. It's the energy you need. It's the energy that teaches or protects or looks after you, moves you forward. Whereas your spirit animal is the animal that you are, that your consciousness is. So maybe you will like the animal, maybe you won't. It kind of depends how you feel about yourself, right? Because why would you be super drawn to yourself, to something that's like you, if you don't like yourself? So this is the frame of spirit animals we are talking about. Some people believe in power animals, which is like an animal that you can take on to experience more power. And some people don't believe in spirit animals at all, which I think is silly. However, it is true. It's the case. So, to recap, spirit animal, the animal that most resembles your consciousness. Okay, the animal that is closest to who you are. Finding out your spirit animal. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Yeah. Finding out your spirit animal allows you to find out what you can do and who you can be in this world. It's kind of like learning about your astrology or learning about your human design or your numerology. It's like a blueprint for how you can use yourself, how you can best use your talents and your weaknesses and all of that. So mine being a frog, okay, one thing that's really funny about frogs is they almost always miss their food. If you've ever watched them hunt, like, they have to go for it so many times. They're just not the best hunters. Okay, but they have a lot of energy. And that's kind of how I work. Like, I make a lot of mistakes sometimes, but I have a lot of energy, so I can redo it. And I learn a lot from, like, redoing things, from going back to things, from starting again. And I can make these really massive leaps in life that a lot of people do not feel brave enough to make, do not have the courage to make. I'm a little bit bold in some ways, and I believe that's that frog leap. Also, frogs are all about healing and self-healing. So once you find out what your spirit animal is, you want to look at the culture and the cultural beliefs and the stories that people have. So throughout history, through the Celtics, through Native Americans, and yeah, I think those are the main ones that come to mind right now. Frogs have been related to self-healing, and I've had to go on many, many journeys of healing myself in different ways. You can see some of my story on other videos on my channel, so I'm not going to get into that today. However, yeah, we're going to jump into how I found the spirit animal. So the way I found mine was first ayahuasca, which is like cheating, definitely. The funny thing is one of the facilitators, who I actually really liked, she said it was foolish to ask to see her spirit animal, that it was a waste of ayahuasca, and that all animals, you know, if you believe in the oneness of the universe, that we're all every animal. I do agree with her to some extent that we would all be able to resonate with everything, but it's like astrology or anything else. There's just certain things about us that are a little bit specific, even though we're one with all things. So I did ask to see my spirit animal, and it was just a very, very clear image of a little frog jumping off a lily pad. Simple. However, I reconfirmed this about 6 months later in a meditation. So I did a meditation in which you go into the blank state. So essentially the blank state is you calm down your mind, you calm down your body, moving your awareness through your whole body until you are in blackness, and you visualize blackness, okay? And then you allow your animal to come up from the blackness and greet you. And so I did that meditation, and again, it was the frog. And in that one, you can have your animal give you something, and mine gave me its eyes, which is very interesting, to have frog eyes. The way that I interpret that is kind of like really big forward-thinking vision. You know what I mean? They have like really wide eyes, and they're, like I said, prepared to just like leap way ahead of themselves. So that's kind of the way I see things. I think a little bit too far ahead sometimes. However, it can benefit me if I learn how to use that, right? If I know that I'm good at big picture stuff, I find some people who are a little bit more, you know, day to day, and I learn from them, and I practice bringing on some of their traits, and then I get a little bit more balance. You know what I'm saying? Ways that you can find your spirit animal, if that is something that you are looking to do, is first, like I said, plant medicines work really well. Ask the plant before you consume it. So with ayahuasca, you whisper your intention into the ayahuasca before you drink it. If you ever take shrooms, if you ever take acid, if you ever take anything like that, I highly recommend just like giving a little whisper to your intention into it. If you're hoping to experience something spiritual like that, this will really guide everything to work out in your way. You can ask nature. So I had a friend who asked the clouds to tell him what his spirit animal was, and the form that he saw was a jellyfish. So that's what he went with. You can ask nature, okay? Before you go to sleep, you can ask to see it in a dream, okay? You can ask to dream about the animal. If you ask, you will receive the answer. So just start opening yourself to asking, what is my spirit animal? And seeing ways that it can come to you. Like I said, meditation is really good. There are lots of different meditations. I think on YouTube, even for free, where you can find your spirit animal if you want someone to guide you through that process. Or you can do it on your own, like I said, by just visualizing yourself sinking into darkness, dropping deep into your subconscious mind, and asking your spirit animal, again, to rise up and appear for you. I think that understanding your spirit animal, understanding your shadow spirit animal, things like that is a really great way to increase your self-love and your self-acceptance, because you start to see yourself in a sort of mythical way, in a more purposeful way. Like, you know, maybe you do things in whatever weird way you do things for a very, very good reason. So take these things like spirit animals, astrology, whatever it is, as just tools to learn about yourself. You don't have to take everything is true or everything is false. See what fits. And know that learning about who you are and what you are in this world is an ongoing process, because you are an ongoing process. You are changing and evolving with everything you experience. So something as simple as your spirit animal does not define everything that you are, does not define everything that you will be. However, it is a really cool way to learn about yourself. So yes, I'm Sugar Kitty Mystic. Thank you so much for watching this video. Super appreciate you guys. And I'll see you in the next one.